It's California Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. We are joined by Jen Conoley. She is the new President Chancellor. That's the right title? President of Cal State Long Beach. It's confusing between the two systems.
Absolutely.
And congratulations on your new position.
Thank you very much.
You came here kind of an interesting route. Tell us your route to get to Cal State Long Beach.
Well, I had been at UC Santa Barbara for about 8 years and then was asked by the president of the UC system to go and be the interim chancellor at UC Riverside. So because Tim White, the now chancellor of the entire CSU system, had left UCR to come to Long Beach and be the chancellor there. And Tim and I did not know each other.
Oh, you didn't?
No, not at all. I actually had never been on the UCR campus.
Oh,
and so it was set up. It might take 6 months to find a new person. It might take 18 months.
Right.
Of course, it took 9 months, so I was in the middle there. And then I went back to my job at UC Santa Barbara. But then Tim gave me it was very sweet and very really inclusive of him, gave me a call and said, you know, there's an opening at Long Beach. You might want to apply. And I thought about it. I would never have even known about it because I was busy retransitioning back into my own job.
To Santa Barbara.
So it's interesting how life unfolds, isn't it?
Right.
I love the experience at UCR, which is actually very much like Long Beach State University.
In a lot of ways.
Its population, the demographics of the students, and the commitment of the faculty to do great things with students was very much the same. So I did get that experience of a kind of bigger landscape and saw that in today's world, one of the top priorities has to be to offer affordable education to the most underprivileged, in a sense, or low-income number of students that we've ever had in our history.
What's interesting about the Cal State Long Beach campus is that, for lack of a better term, it's hot. I mean, I don't mean temperature-wise. I mean, it is becoming incredibly popular to the point that the number of applications filed at Cal State Long Beach rivals UCLA, Berkeley, Harvard. I mean, it is crazy. I mean, I get it. It's a beautiful campus. We're on the campus today. It's in Long Beach. What went right for Cal State Long Beach, and why is it continuing to go right under your tutelage?
Well, I can't take any credit for that, but you're exactly right, Brad. We had over 83,000 applications to be undergraduates, about 54,000 to be freshmen, the rest to be transfers. And actually, we've been using that term exactly. Long Beach is hot. Well, I would say certainly from the days of Robert Maxson, when he was president, really working on the image of Long Beach. That's when we started calling ourselves the beach. And he put in a number of programs, for example, the Presidential Scholars, really distinguishing us from any other university in California with its outreach to National Merit Scholars, valedictorians. In other words, best and brightest. You'll find a home here. And they can come with their friends and their parents can read about it.
And you talk about affordability, and I don't pretend as if $6,000, $7,000 a year is not a lot of money. But it's less than $12,000, $13,000, which is what the UC charges. And it's less than God knows how many thousand what the private schools charge. And so if you're looking at price comparison, a school like Cal State Long Beach with its improved ranking, I just read that it was ranked the 5th best public university in the West by U.S. News.
That's right.
That's for real.
And we're very proud of that. And the other ranking that we're even a bit more proud, that links to your comment, is we're number 2 in lowest debt.
I saw that.
So this is huge. There's a national dialogue going on about student debt. Well, we have worked really hard to keep that debt down. And there's a number of programs that are related to scholarships and fellowships and the Presidential Scholars as an example, but also our emphasis now in trying to get our students to commit to a 4-year plan to graduate, a 5-year plan to graduate, because for every year they stay, despite how hot we are here in the beach. I get it.
Yes. Who wants to leave college, especially in Long Beach?
And we can understand that very well, I'm sure. But for every year they stay, of course, they're paying some fees, and they're losing opportunity costs. So
you mentioned the high number of applicants for transfer. I was fascinated when I saw this article, and it says a transfer-only Cal State system. Wow. That's a stunning headline. What the article is essentially suggesting is that because the community colleges are starting to see numbers increase, and so many of those community college students want to matriculate to Cal State.
Absolutely.
We may get to a place where the Cal State is only accepting transfers? Is that for real?
Well, it was certainly floated at the most recent board meeting as an economic model that might make the most sense. What wasn't discussed was, is that an educational model that makes the most sense? And actually with 54,000 applying to be freshmen, you can see there are an awful lot of Californians who want the college experience as 18 and 19-year-olds. So it's not beyond the realm of possibility, but I don't think we're going to see this in anytime soon, because we can't make decisions just on money, although that sounds very naive of me to say. But we have to make it on what's best across the board for our students, and students come in all shapes, sizes, needs, and passions.
That being said, Long Beach, the region, has developed a model that is being replicated all over.
Yes.
And that model is known as the Long Beach Promise.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's so innovative about the Long Beach Promise is that it integrates Long Beach Unified, so you're starting with the high school students, Long Beach City College, which is considered one of the better city colleges in the state, and Cal State Long Beach.
Right.
Explain the promise to us.
Yes, it's the promise, and I just add to your description was that we don't just start in high school. We're back in preschool.
Yes, I forgot that you
We're
did
in
that.
early
Yes,
education.
That's true, I forgot
because part of the promise is that we will help that 3, 4, 5-year-old be ready to be successful as a kindergarten child, as a first grader, because we know that if we wait until middle school or high school, we lose a lot of children. So, the Long Beach College Promise is an umbrella description for, many, many programs that start with early education, summer programs that we offer to our Long Beach population, so youngsters can learn more about math or STEM. We have many examples where we bring Long Beach kids to our campus, but many more examples where our faculty and our students are going out to local elementary, middle, and high schools.
But what's remarkable about it to me is that the admissions process becomes eased from LBUSD to LBCC, if that's what's necessary, to Cal State Long Beach.
Exactly. We call it a local preference, a promise preference, and not only have our numbers increased over the years, now this is a long-term commitment, so you're not going to see, that, but we had over 600 freshmen who came through the promise this year. And as I said, the numbers are impressive, but what's even more impressive is that over this decade, we've seen twice as many students ready for college English, 3 times more ready for college math. Now that's the real, the numbers are impressive, but the real victory is that they're coming in being ready for college work. So they will not waste time with having to go back and get ready for taking that step.
So between us, no one's watching, just between us.
Yes, okay.
There's no question, like we said, Cal State Long Beach is hot. So what's the recipe for admission? In the broadest sense, coming from Santa Barbara, from UC, or whatever it is, for parents that are watching, how does a child make his or her application pop when there's 80,000 applicants?
Well, some of the things that, I'm not on the admissions committee, as you can imagine. Yes. But I'd say if students, in contrast to what some of them are doing, don't load up your Vita with, I did this for 6 months and this for 2 months. Show your passion for service or for exceptional academic achievement. Stick with it. If you're an artist, or a musician, show that you have persistently exposed yourself to opportunities. You've performed. You've sought extra summer. So don't do what many parents are doing now, like load up the Vita. Oh, you need to go do that. But show that you can stick with it.
Cal State Long Beach is very lucky. She is the new president. Her name is Jane Conoley. My name is Brad Pomerance, and this is California.